Those of you who are ready, just settle into whatever position you want to start in to focus on your breathing. Either rest your hands or your attention on your low belly. Start to guide the breath as low as you can feel. Soften your belly so you can feel the lowest part of the belly expand into your hands as you breathe in. And soften away from your hands as you breathe out. I often use the cue, especially in standing postures, to scoop up the low belly. And I hope you're not hearing that as tight in your belly. Suck in your belly or hide your belly. But as a way to use the low abdominals deep inside to lift and lengthen your spine, protect your back from the inside. And maybe these part of your abdominals aren't awake now because we've been trained to hide them, to suck them in, to tighten to the point of numbness. So strong, awake abdominals can relax as much as they can engage. So right here with your breath, gradually let them start to move. If you have to lie down in order to do that, that's fine. We'll take a few more breaths here. If you're not in a sitting position, now find your way up to your seat. Cross-legged seat, either leg in front. And slowly bow over your legs. Your variation of forward fold as first pose in class won't look the same as your forward fold at the end of class will. You can brace with your hands if you need to lock your elbows out so you stay just in enough stretch to feel it, rather than pushing into an external idea of what forward fold should look like. Do that. Or if you have props, a bolster, a pillow you can rest your head on, use it. And whatever you're feeling in back of body, and the simple forward fold will wake up everything from hips, through low back, upper back, and neck. For some of you, even your hamstrings and your groin. Scan all of those areas, one breath at a time. Walk your hands over towards left knee, bowing your head towards left knee. You can experiment with either plugging the right hip down, depending what's going on in your body, it might be effective to lean over to the left. The right hip might come up a little bit, and then you just draw it back. Keep breathing as you walk your hands to right thigh. Those of you who are very low might put your left hand on your right hand. Walk back to center. Keep the neck relaxed. Pull your belly in to lift up just enough to put your other leg in front. And then bow back in. I imagine for many of us, this will be the tighter side. Be curious about what it feels like, its tones. Walk your hands over to right knee. Relax neck. Breathe into left side body. Soften left side belly and ribs down. And walk your hands over to the other thigh. Again, you may lean off a hip, or you may actively press the opposite hip down. Lots of different parts of hip and low back that are being awakened here. You get to choose. Walking back to center, head and neck stay relaxed. Pull your belly in to pull you up to your seat. You can either stay in the cross-legged seat you're in for Uddiyana or come into Baddha Konasana. Three rounds. We'll take a big breath in. A strong exhale out the mouth. Hold your breath out. Tuck your chin. Pull navel to spine and scoop the belly up into the rib cage. Hold while holding breath out. When you have to breathe, relax your belly and repeat 2 more times. We'll start the first round together, then I'll let you go on your own pace. Of course, unmute if you have questions. All right, together we breathe in. Blow out your candles. Hold the breath out, tuck the chin down. Draw the navel in and up. Feel for scooping the lowest abdominals up off your pelvis, tractioning everything up towards heart, literally lifting the heart from the inside. And breathe. Then take a breath to repeat. Diaphragm is connected to your spine. For some of us, this pulls a lot on the back. Then you just be more gentle with yourself. A little lift from low belly goes a long way. And after your final round, lift your knees back up, plant your feet on the floor. We'll slowly roll down onto our back, so make sure there's nothing behind you. Hold on behind your knees, sit up tall, heart up, shoulders back. Then exhale to tuck your tail, tuck your chin, pull navel to spine. And take at least 6 breaths, maybe more, to slowly roll down. Some of your hands, elbows will need to come to the earth to help you come down real smooth. Some of you will let go with the hands and use your abdominals more, pulling your belly in to smooth out the bumpy parts. And once you are down, there's no rush. You can stretch out, arms up overhead, stretching feet away, maybe arch your back or maybe press low back into mat. See which feels effective for your low back. For abdominal variation, we'll bring the knees into a chair position lined up over your pelvis. Shins parallel to the floor, feet active. We'll do a sequence that, if you've done it with me live, I usually have you balance a block on your shins. So you have to do the whole sequence without letting the block tumble off. If you have a soft block, not a heavy block, and you want to do that to up-level your concentration, you can absolutely do that. Hands interlace behind head and neck. And then opposite, if your low back needs extra support, you can either hold your block between your thighs or put feet on the floor. Use the floor, help you support your low back. Cradling your head and neck, point elbows to the ceiling. Take a breath down into low back. And exhale, press low back into mat without moving your knees. Don't let your imaginary block topple, pull belly to spine. Inhale, curl your head and shoulders off the mat, elbows to the sky. Exhale, tiny tip of the tailbone up. Squeeze hip bones towards tail, pull belly down. Knees still haven't moved except to go maybe straight up to the ceiling. Inhale, head down, tail down. Exhale, press the low back flat. So you can get your bottom ribs to touch down, sides of the waist. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders off the mat. Exhale, curl the tailbone up, draw navel to spine. Inhale, head down, tail down. Exhale, press your low back flat. Inhale, head and shoulders up. Exhale, tip the tailbone up, send your knees and our thighs straight up, not towards your nose. Keep them forward in line with pelvis. Down, tail down. Exhale, press the low back down. Inhale, head and shoulders up. Exhale, tip your tailbone up, pull belly down. 3 more. Inhale, head down, tail down. Exhale, press low back down. Again, if low back hurts, feet might be on the ground. Inhale, head and shoulders up. Exhale, curling tailbone up, draw navel to spine. Inhale, head down, tail down. Exhale, press your low back flat. Pull the sides of the waist down, the ribs into your waist. Inhale, head and shoulders up. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Triceps up, knees up, belly down. Inhale, head down, tail down. Exhale, press your low back flat, flatter. Inhale, head and shoulders up. Exhale, curl your tailbone up. Draw navel to spine. Inhale, head down, tail down. Exhale, press the low back down, pull your toes back. Inhale, feet down. Any resting position, 3 luscious breaths, circulating the energy of your abdominals. Soft and supple, awake. Hug your knees into your chest. Actually, press your feet into the floor for a moment so you can scoot your hips over to the right, then pick your knees up and drop them to the left in a spinal twist. And scooching the hips will put your tail behind you a little bit so the twist comes more mid-spine around the waist rather than pulling across the sacrum. Arms, gaze, any position that allows the shoulders and neck to be soft. A clear channel for your breath to travel through. Those of you protecting low back to come out, you might go into a fetal curve first. Bring your right arm across. Just think and roll onto in one unit. Reset back to center. Center your hips. Take a moment to feel back body on mat. Then scooch hips over to the left hand. Pick up your knees and drop them over to the right shoulder. You're still welcome to use props. Rest your knees on a prop or put a block between your shins. Let's all bring left arm across so we can crawl to all fours. Forearm plank, mega plank. Come on down to elbows. Wrap your hands around your upper arms. And then let's set the hands down with the palms turned up to the ceiling. Fingers spread wide. Trying to roll the index and thumbnail down to the floor without straining your wrists. The rotation comes from the shoulders, turning the biceps forward. As we start to bear weight, the hands will start to karate chop in towards each other. So if you want to put your block between your wrists to hold your hands apart, that's fine. Otherwise, squeeze a block with an imaginary block with your elbows. Keep the hands open. Push the ground away to lift out of shoulders. For some of you, this is planking enough. You can feel the effort used to lift out of shoulders while you externally rotate the arms. Others will walk your knees back or walk your feet back. Hips in line with head, one long line through the spine. Tucking the tail down towards feet. Pull your belly up into the body, your front ribs up in. And if you can get that sense of Uddiyana, the lift of the low belly off the pelvis up into the heart space. Use that to get longer, heart forward, tail back. 2 more breaths. All right, set your knees down. Rest back in embryo, child's pose with hands by feet. If child's pose is not a comfortable way for you to rest, that's too much compression on knees, then crawl out on your belly, rest your head on your hands, or put your arms anywhere that they can rest. Oh, I did. All right, come into tabletop. My computer froze. That's why you got that luscious child. Finger. Are we moving? All right, tabletop, table leg extensions. If you need to be down on your elbows, that's fine. Firm up your table, gaze straight down, pull your chin in, push the ground away, tuck your tail back. Send a right arm forward. Let's do the arm first. Thumb pointing to ceiling so chest stays square to the earth. Good. Get a lift out of your left shoulder. Firm up your left pecs. Optional to simultaneously extend left leg back or put your hand down and just focus on the leg. Curl pubic bone and navel, draw navel to spine. Yes. And then reach the limbs away from each other, getting longer through the center. Then maybe you press your thumb up or heel up without letting your ribs pop out. Good. Exhale, hand down, knee down. Take a moment to wiggle out or to get off your hands. All right, when you're ready for side number 2, left arm forward, thumb to sky, right leg back. Oh, I'm sorry, let's focus on the arm for a few breaths. for those of you doing one limb at a time. Right? Because it's surprising how heavy that arm gets, right? When you're supporting it from your core. It's nice to focus. If you want to add the right leg, you can, or maybe just focus on how heavy one leg can be as you hone the deep abdominals that give it extension and protect your back simultaneously. Pull your lowest ribs up into your belly, knit them together. Yes. Now breathe into the back ribs, get them a little space off the kidneys. All right, hand down, knee down. Either wiggle or rest, but breathe. Standing forward fold, you're welcome to down dog on your way there, or simply come to dangle over your legs. Let your arms drape down for a moment. Let your head hang. Take a deep bend of your knees so your body drapes right onto your thighs. Tuck your tail down. Keep your chin tucked in. Pull your belly in. Exhale. Press the ground away to lift your sit bones back up. Neck stays relaxed even as it unfurls. Take a breath and exhale. Deep bend of knees. Tucking tail, tucking chin. Pull belly to spine. Heavy chest and head. Exhale, re-extend with a relaxed neck. Once again, like that, take a breath. Exhale, deep bend of knees, folding right into your legs. Breathe into your open back body. Exhale, push the earth away. This time, bend knees, tuck tail, pull navel to the spine, tuck your chin, and slowly round your way up to standing. Keep pulling in so you can articulate, stacking the spine. If you're working with spinal disc issues, you're not going to round through the issues. Your hands can support you moving around them. Once you're up, hands to heart center. 3 sun breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to your heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to your heart. 3 half sun salute, or stay with the sun breath if you like. Inhale, arms up. Half sun, exhale, forward fold. Round down or dive down. Inhale, half lift. Shoulders back, heart open. Exhale, fold. Relax your neck. Inhale, rise. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Rise. Push down to rise up. Feel how your strong legs, butt can bring you up, not your tight hamstrings or back muscles. Once again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Again, press down to rise. Inhale. Exhale. Chair flow. Inhale, sit back in your chair, arms forward or up, tail way back. Low chair. Bring your chest down onto your thighs. Keep leaning your hips way back so your knees maybe line up right over ankles. Take a breath. Exhale, forward fold. Make sure toes stay turned in. They'll keep trying to turn out. Inhale back into low chair, arms forward, tail back. Like a skier, exhale, sweep your arms back, scoop your belly up. Inhale, Utkatasana. Use your arms to lift your heart, maybe forward, maybe all the way up. Samastitihi, tuck tail to return to standing. 2 more like that. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, low chair. Sit way back, draw your belly and ribs in. Take a breath. Exhale, fold. Back into low chair. Inhale, tail back, crown of head forward, belly to spine. Exhale, sweep your arms back. Inhale, Utkatasana. Scoop your belly up to rise. Exhale, tuck your tail down to stand. 1 more time. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, low chair. Inhale, lengthen through your fingertips. Exhale, fold. Inhale, low chair. Exhale, arms back. Inhale, Utkatasana, high chair. Exhale, Samastitihi. Take a moment, thumbs on heart, feel it beat. Feel your feet on the earth. Soften around your breathing. Standing BB. Hands on back of hips. If you like to hold a block between your thighs or a cushion to connect to the strength of your legs, please do. Send your tail straight down. Hold your real or imaginary prop between your thighs. Push it down towards the big toe mound. Inhale, lift your rib cage up off your hips. Lifting low ribs off pelvis. Breathing middle ribs off the low ribs. Breathing the heart and collarbones up. Exhale, roll your shoulders back, squeeze your elbows back. Couple breaths. Some of you will just keep getting taller and taller without going backwards at all. Those of you who feel yourself going backwards, make sure it's the shoulders, the very top parts of the spine, maybe your head, maybe you keep your chin tucked. But imagine breathing your chest forward, stick it out, get out of your low back a little bit more. Yes, that's better. Now breathe to expand the ribs right up and around your armpits. Exhale, squeeze shoulders back. Roll the shoulder blades down, keep the chest up. All right, press your tail down, press feet into floor, squeeze your prop. Inhale, heart forward if it's back, head follows if it's back. Sit back into your chair. Step your feet together, interlace hands, leave the index finger pointing, cross your thumbs, bring your chest down onto your thighs. Squeeze your ears with your upper arms. Yes, reach your tail straight back and then squeeze it with your sit bones, pull your belly in. Maybe press your arms up a little bit though, your chest stays down. 1 more breath here, it is supposed to be hot, it's a very grounding, detoxifying pose. Enjoy it, because it'll pass. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, find your way back to downward dog. Or you can stay in forward fold if you're giving your hands, shoulders a break today. This will be a pretty leggy class. Twisting lunge. Step your right foot forward or left leg back, lower knee down, probably on some padding. Either left elbow, right thigh. Or I think this was our first actual twist of the day. If you prefer left hand on ground or block, as you twist your belly towards right thigh, that's fine. Feel for widening through your collarbones. Breathe your heart up into that space. Good. Twisting warrior variation. Left hand down to left edge of mat. Tuck your back toes. Inhale, straighten back leg, right arm to sky. Sometimes called easy twisting warrior, and this one might feel a little easy compared to the first twist. Breathe into the space you have. Wide angled forward fold, right hand down to left. Walk hands left as you turn your right toes in. So you're facing side of mat with feet parallel. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Flank stretch. Bring right hand over to your left ankle. Left hand can be on the right hand. Rest your ear on your right arm. And everything is heavy right down towards center. You're hanging off the hammock of your right arm. Those of you who like to add a little extra stretch can press the left hand into the ground outside left foot. The gravity is plenty effective here. You don't have to add on. If you're feeling the space opening up, breathe into it. Twisting crescent. Walk back towards right foot, runner's lunge. Bring right hand to hip, left arm forward or up. Inhale. Exhale, left elbow, right thigh. If you prefer any of our previous twists, those work too. Your choice of transition, either step back for any kind of vinyasa or step forward and fold. Left foot forward for twisting lunge. Back knee down. Right elbow, left thigh. Or the mirror of what your first twist was on side one. Easy twisting warrior. Right hand to ground, straighten back leg. Inhale, lift your heart. Wide angled forward fold. Walk hands towards the right foot, turn the left toes in. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Flank stretch, left hand to right ankle. Right hand can rest on left hand. And other than the hand position, everything else is the same as it just was, just hanging between the legs. A little extra traction to left side spine. Breathe into left side ribs. Find that scoop of the low belly up off your pelvis and notice what that does. Twisting crescent. Walk back into runner's lunge towards left foot. Left hand to hip, right arm forward or all the way up. Exhale, twist. forward fold. Everyone hands down, step the right foot forward, fold over your legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. You might bend your knees, tuck your tail, and roll yourself up. Inhale. Exhale, Samasthiti. Uddiyana, maybe Agnisara. We'll come into a catcher stance. Separate your feet a little wider than hips width. Uddiyana, we're all familiar with. Big breath in, empty out, fly the belly up. Agnisara starts the same way, but while you can hold your breath out, you'll relax and pull it in. Relax and pull it in. So if you want to practice that, by the third round, you might speed it up. We'll start together, and then I'll let you go on your own pace, 3 rounds. When you're complete, either stand up or forward fold. Feel what your head wants to do. Sometimes going upside down is too much. Sometimes flooding your brain with that fresh oxygen is fantastic. All right, let's start together. And if you want to be sitting for this, that's fine. I like the power of this stance, but it can be distracting. Lock your elbows out so your arms aren't doing any work. Take a big breath in. Blow it out, hold it out. Pull your belly up and in, and either hold or practice releasing and pulling it up while you hold your breath out. When you have to breathe, relax the belly. Breathe in and repeat. And again, when you're complete, you can either fold or come upright, one hand on belly, one hand on heart, and breathe. Twisting horse. Separate your feet a little bit wider into your horse stance, bend your knees. Again, lock your elbows out. Well, they don't have to be locked out. Inhale, lean forward a little bit. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Left arm might straighten here as you press left thigh open. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. 1 or 2 more to each side at your pace. When you're complete, forward fold. Forward folds. If yoga toe lock feels right to you, take hold of big toes and start to draw yourself through your legs. Hamstring injury, keep a bend in the knees and a tuck of the tailbone down. Inhale to a flat back, bring your hands to your waist, elbows to the sky. Maybe bend knees and tuck tail to come up. Come step back to the front of the mat for twisting chair. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, low chair. Take a breath to reach your tail back, your heart forward, and twist to your right. Left elbow, right thigh. Or for some of you, keeping your feet separated and putting left elbow on left thigh is a more accessible twist. Makes more sense to your spine. That's fine. All other arm variations also welcome. One more breath on this side. Sit back a little more. Squeeze your butt. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Sit back in your chair. Inhale, tail back, heart forward. Exhale, twist left. Right elbow, left thigh. Or right elbow, right thigh, twisting to the left. One more breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Either find your way back to down dog or stay in forward fold to start the next standing series. We'll meet in warrior one, right foot forward. Twisting warrior, if possible, left elbow, right thigh. Left hand to floor or block, or any other twisting variation already visited. Might feel like a more appropriate option for your practice today. Those of you who've got your elbow working over your right thigh, closer to armpit, might open your arms out. Option, right hand turns towards head and extends through the pinky finger, press back through left heel. Pavrita Parshvakonasana, twisted extended warrior. Pull your belly into Uddiyana. Good. Pyramid, hands down. Step your left foot forward a little bit for your hamstring stretch, or you can set your back knee down if you prefer that kind of hamstring stretch. Runner's lunge. Bend your right knee, slide back onto left toes. Keep your right knee over your right ankle for this lunge. So if your hips need more space, you slide back leg back. Scoop your belly up. Squeeze sitting bones towards tailbone, reach them back. Breathe your chest forward. Warrior three. Walk your hands forward to shift your weight forward. I'm not concerned with either leg straightening. Left leg no higher than hip height. Foot active, knee turned down. Any arm position. Knee to knee pose. Bend your right knee, hug left knee in next to it. You might put your hands on the ground, turn into a little ball, tucking nose, tucking tail, pulling belly in. Or tuck tail, pull belly in, and bring hands into prayer, guiding chest forward. Vertical splits, aka upside down tree. Hang your head, fly the left leg open. Different from warrior three because this time head is below heart level. Hips might open a little bit. If you prefer warrior three, that's fine. Back to knee. Bend your right knee, squeeze left knee in next to it, tuck your tail, square your hips, pull your belly in. Option, Apanasana from here, pressing down into right foot to come up to standing with left knee to chest without touching the lava. Of course, if you need to come to stand on both feet and then come into any other knee to chest variation, you have 3 more breaths. Take a breath. With the swish down, squeeze your knee up. Set both feet on the earth. Utkatasana. Inhale, sit back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, full vinyasa, or fold, or down dog. Warrior one, left foot forward. Twisting warrior, right elbow, left thigh. Now, classically, I would say keep your hips square, keep your right hip back so you can twist the rest of the spine out of that. Some of our low backs don't like that. If you need to drop the right hip, adjust your footprint so that's comfortable to your lower joints. Take the torque off your low back. Optional extensions, either opening your arms or extending left arm over ear away from right foot. And maybe bend the left knee a little deeper. Hamstring stretches. Exhale, hands down. Adjusting your feet either into pyramid or half splits. Less for your hamstrings than for your hips. And to feel what you feel running through left leg now that it finally gets to get out of that bent, strong, supporting position. So it might still be softly bent in an easy way. Strongly bent if you're working with injury, tucking tail to protect the other end. Runner's lunge, bend your left knee. Here, I do want you to pull your right hip back and up to square it with the left hip. If that feels like pull across low back, then I want you to adjust by lifting your hips higher, feeling for stability from hips into the low back. That stability will serve you well in the balance series, pulling your belly in, warrior three. Knee to knee, turn into a little ball. Really connect to center. Tuck tail, pull belly in. Vertical splits variations, or back into warrior three, very similar. Not very similar. If you're allowing your head and neck to relax, completely different. Energetic engagement. Photographically similar, but I think you can feel very different. Knee to knee, turn back into a little ball. Apanasana, maybe right foot doesn't touch the earth as you come up into right knee to chest. The lava is not real, so it's okay if it touches down. Imagine pressing your right foot into a step to help you ground down through the tail, through the hips. Pull your belly up. Take a breath. And with a swish sound, squeeze it in. Samastitihi. Utkatasana, bend your knees. Twisting chair, left elbow, right thigh. Option, twisting squat. Coming to sit down on your heels. And all the variations that come from this, side crow or Pashasana prep. If you need to stay high, that's fine. Just one more breath. Exhale, forward fold. Side crow, take your time. You hover as long as you can. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Low chair, sit back, inhale. Exhale, twist. Right elbow, left thigh. Take a few breaths, either stay here or change arms or sink it down. Chairs, exhale to forward fold, side crow, take your time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Sit back into low chair. Some of you will sink down into boat from here. Continue to sit, continue to sit. If you feel the momentum building, release your hands behind you. If you need to put your hands down and sit down without sitting on your heels, that's fine. Keep breathing. Navasana, any variation. You can hold on to your legs, or you can play with balance. You can play with extending. Just one round, 3 more breaths. Get off your tail, lift your heart, scoop your belly in and up. And if you can, squeeze your knees together. Cross your ankles, feet down by your pelvis, hook your elbows around your knees. Inhale, lift up. Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees open. Inhale. Exhale, any variation of forward fold, straight or round spine. Something softening in between. As long as you don't feel a pressure of pushing back into your low back. But in lengthening out of it, even if you're rounded. If you don't know how to get out of that pressure, sit up on something. Raise your seat on a couple blocks or blankets. Inhale to look forward. Pull your belly in to bring you up. Janu Shirsasana, A or B, left leg straight, right knee back for A. B, same thing, but you're sitting on your right heel. Hamstring injury, you might find it effective to put your heel right underneath your left thigh. As long as that doesn't irritate anything, doesn't create burning, it might pin it so you don't stretch that area as you fold. You might not be injured, but you want to feel what that feels like. It just shifts the stretch into different parts of the hamstrings. Sometimes all we feel is knee or butt, because the belly of the hamstrings is so hard to access. That's why I recommend soft knees. Inhale, glance towards toes, pull belly in, and come up to your seat. Changing sides, right leg straight. Left foot probably doing what right foot just did. But because right and left are so different, it's all right if you come into this shape and a different foot position feels appropriate. If closing your eyes is distracting, then keep your eyes softly gazing either at knee or big toenail. Inhale, glance towards your toes. Exhale to come up to your seat. Marichyasana, modified B. Right foot on the floor, right knee up. Left foot tucked behind the right heel. Left leg straight also works, but we'll be bowing in that direction. Bring both hands, bring your right shoulder to the inside of right knee, which will probably tip you off right hip, and that's fine. For some of us, sitting like this, hugging knee into shoulder and hanging head, you'll feel parts of your hip you might not have felt before. Breathe into that. No need to go anywhere. You are here. Those of you learning the binding variations, turning the right thumb down if you're wrapping around right shin, keeping left palm facing down until you catch the right hand. You might have to set up your prop on your right hip to catch it. And the advantage of the binding is it allows you to let the neck go. Of course, you don't have to be bound to do that. Some of us do. I need to be forced and reminded to let my neck go. Sometimes I wake up and find out it was working in my sleep. Still practicing. All right, release your binds, tuck your tail, pull your belly in to pull yourself up. Other side, left knee up. Left shoulder to the inside of left knee. And that might be enough. Or if you're folding forward and can reach around the left thigh, move with your breath. And those of you getting close to earth, turn your eyes towards your third eye towards the earth without moving your neck, just that sensation energetically. And notice what happens. Keep your neck, glance your eyes forward. That can help your low back as you pull your belly in and you come up. All right, your choice of final forward fold. Maybe another Baddha Konasana or seated Paschimottanasana or upside down Paschimottanasana or Urdhva Mukha Paschimottanasana. Yeah, if you change your hands, Cynthia, to how you had the first time, behind your legs, for that variation to hug yourself in. There you go. And ease your way towards final relaxation. Like that, Tressa, yeah. And in this version, you're drawing yourself in by pulling your belly in. There's also the reverse where you open everything up. But right now we're winding down. And as always, those of you who want to continue to rest in your spaces, I do realize those of us who take yoga classes, our bodies are conditioned to respond to wiggle fingers and toes. So next time I'll practice not saying that. And allow those of you who are coming up to deepen your breath and come up in your own way. Those of you sitting or still transitioning, maybe put your hands on your belly and once again breathe down deep into your belly. And bring one or both hands onto your heart. Feel all the movements of life within. Hearing the sounds of life outside you. Recognizing that even through the computer screen, that life is happening just the same. Namaste.